Thanks so much for tuning us in here on the Weather Channel. I'm Jeff Marr. We'll be taking you through the next half hour here. We're going to talk first of all about what's going on in the west. The bark worse than the bite here with these clouds moving into the west coast. Perhaps you could draw a little bit of a warm front here along these clouds, but precipitation-wise, there's not very much to talk about at all. Just a lot of high to mid-level clouds moving in. If there are any sprinkles that move in, they'll be moving into northern California. And again, a bit of a system. You can almost see the rotation. In fact, you can pick it up right here, moving through parts of Big Sky country, an area of low pressure. Now east of that region, now moving into North Dakota. And there is some Arctic air bottled up north of that, trying to work its way back down into the northern plains and northern Rockies, and it is slowly having some success. So temperatures here, at least, are getting back to seasonal averages. Much of the rest of the nation is above average temperature-wise. Again, there are the few sprinkles graphically represented off the west coast. Our radar tour, though, starts off in the northwest. These radars about 45 minutes or so old. We're getting a little bit of computer problems. However, not too much has changed, really. Still an onshore flow north of Seattle. Some of the rain and or mountain snow showers moving in to parts of Big Sky country, also down into the Tetons, maybe near Idaho Falls, Idaho, a few rain and or snow showers, and on over to Jackson, Wyoming, and the Yellowstone area. These are the actual highs during the day Wednesday. 35 in Salt Lake City, 34 in Lander, and 17 in Williston, but some colder air is starting to filter in even there. 50 at El Paso, 66 at LA. Seattle coming in at 43, where it's currently 37. It is 39 along the Strip in Vegas, a little chilly there, 57 at San Diego. 32 out of Quileute, and believe it or not, with a few sprinkles in this area, there might actually be a few icy patches. A little bit cold right out there on the Olympic Peninsula. 25 up at Stampede Pass, 28 at Redmond. It is 46 in Stockton, California, 28 at Reno, and 48 at San Francisco, 45 in Fresno. 54 at Ontario, 57 at Santa Barbara, and 46 in Imperial. Earthquake-wise, there's a quake a little over 3 on the Richter scale, just east of the LA Basin, on over into Orange County it looks like, and one a little over 2 on the Richter scale, way out here just north of Borrego Springs, San Diego County. Cluster of them near Bishop, California, just southeast of Yosemite in the Sierra Nevada. Those are all a little over 2 on the Richter scale. Nothing reported earthquake-wise in the Pacific Northwest. However, near Anchorage, one quake, a little over 2 on the Richter scale, which brings us to the east, which in contrast to what little precipitation we could muster out here in the northern Rockies, this is just a monster of a storm system. Fortunately, temperatures are way above average, so that means that most of the precipitation here tonight is rain. It's liquid. Although it is in the frozen form, freezing rain up here from Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, northern areas of those states, and extreme upstate New York up toward Messina. A little bit of freezing rain or sleet mixed in here in northern parts of lower Michigan, and also back into western areas of Oklahoma from Oklahoma City down toward Altus and Wichita Falls. Other than that, this is all rain. And actually there are still some severe thunderstorms, and moving from York County into Mecklenburg County here, still there are tornado warnings, and we'll get to that radar in just a moment. Again, these radars are a little bit old, but you can see a line from Valdosta, Georgia, out into the Gulf of Mexico. And again, cluster of storms moving from York County, South Carolina, up into Mecklenburg County, around the Charlotte area. Tornado warning in effect. And the Doppler indicates that the possible tornado, nothing confirmed on the ground, was racing to the northeast on the eastern suburbs of Charlotte at about 60 miles an hour. So these storms are hauling. Even if there isn't a tornado, the straight line winds could do some damage, knocking down some trees and power lines and even taking some roofs off. So got to be careful there, folks. It could be pretty nasty. This is all rain across Pennsylvania, much of upstate New York, including Albany, until you head up in toward Burlington, Vermont, and Messina. That's where you get into the snow. And back to the west here, most of this is rain, a little bit of sleet or ice as we head on up into lower Michigan, and perhaps eventually getting on over toward Milwaukee, Madison, and Rockford, but not too much going on there yet. In the northeast, the ice will hang on, particularly in Maine and northern Vermont and New Hampshire, but it's rained farther south for Boston. A close call in Boston, but should stay rain. New York, 41. As we head farther south, Orlando at 71. Farther on to the west, Chicago, 31, but it could be starting to snow heavily. Milwaukee and on over to Madison and down to Rockford, something we'll watch closely during the day. Pretty tranquil in the west. 50 with sunshine in San Diego to start your day. And there's a look at your overnight low temperatures. Some cold air is starting to filter into the northern plains, but it should get colder there as we head toward the weekend. Still very mild in the east. There's our rain still trekking up along the east coast. Watch out for the heavier snow possible out here in parts of Wisconsin as well as into Illinois. Some of that could be locally heavy, and there's a look at your highs. Now a few city forecasts.
It is a case study in aerodynamics, control, and power, made with an abiding conviction that one car can change the way you look at all cars. Introducing the daring new A6 from Audi. In the wind tunnel, it whispers. On the Autobahn, it screams.
I know you like Fresh Step cat litter, but this one was on sale. So I thought...
Just any cat litter just won't do. Fresh Step neutralizes ammonia odor and freshens with every step, so your whole house is fresh.
Okay, you win.
Fresh Step, fresher with every step. Scoop, now available with baking soda.
When you're on the go, get the Weather Channel forecast from these sources. It's the same reliable information you get from us on TV, prepared by our 80 meteorologists. And now your local forecast. Forecast. on the Weather Channel.